Okay, we're back. So I'm not going to use the repel yet, because there's a Pokemon I want to catch here. So, you know how I said, well, actually in this one you can't check which attacks how much damage they do. Tried it. Oh, that was good. There's a Pokemon I want to catch here. Pokemon.
And what's that?
So you know how I said I was going to get Articuno because he would help against Lance because he's ice type?
Yeah.
Well, I thought of a different Pokemon I can get here. A Pokemon you really like. Do you know what it is?
Slowpoke?
No. It's I'm replacing Articuno with another ice type.
Wait, is Jinx an ice type?
You don't get Jinx by in the cave. You get it through a trade from an NPC. Alright, don't guess. You'll see it. Well, when you see it, you'll know. Okay.
Okay. Does it have two types? Is that the
Yeah, it's a water ice.
Okay. Seal.
Yeah. Okay. Complaining about the Game Grumps. I actually did some tweets to the Game Grumps. I doubt very much that they see it. But also, I put one. There it is. I put one on my Twitter. I have like nothing on my Twitter. I think it's Uncle Rebel 7. Is my Twitter. I want to be very careful. I don't have anyone that can paralyze. Yeah, I want to be careful with this seal. Oh, that's what the move is. Okay. Headbutt. Yeah, so we're gonna get a seal, and
Seal gets the Dormable.
Seal's gonna what we're gonna use against Lance.
Are you gonna evolve it?
But yeah. Wait, Seal doesn't need a water stone, I don't think. No, he doesn't. There was this one time, one part in our Pokemon playthrough where, oh yeah, you remember the key?
Yeah.
So the key to the elevator in the, you know, in the
Fire Red.
no, in this one, the same one. In the casino, you know, under the Team Rocket base?
Yeah.
Horsey was one of my favorites as a kid. I'm just gonna run and use a repel. So I don't really need to see any more guys here. I can actually catch a Dugong on one of the floors here. Anyway. Sorry. Because it sounded like I was using a walkthrough or a guide or something. But I wasn't. What it was, because you know how I didn't have the key, and I thought the key was just lying around somewhere?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, what if this guy has it? Just out of nowhere, as though I looked it up and just like secretly did say it. I actually didn't look it up, I just remembered out of nowhere that some guy dropped it. And I just so happened to be at the right guy, because I remembered it being like cornered between a wall and something. Like behind a wall, right behind a wall. Okay, so I'm not moving on my own. Okay, all we have to do now is this way. Wait, who's in front? I'm gonna put Mew in front just in case, because there's some just little higher level guys here. I have to go to the right one. There's none down here. Articuno's down here, but I have to put two boulders down. I think those are right here, over here. Yeah, but I don't need to do those right now. I just need to go up. Here we go. And push this one down. I think this is really the only time you need to use strength in the game. And there's only like one cave that you need to use flash in. So now that I can move around, I can go in here. And that's all. That was the cave. I did it yesterday, so I remembered it pretty well. Just in time. We're actually gonna use another one. Wait, I used a repel. What? Oh, that's not good. Rage keeps going and I can't stop it. I wanted to catch this guy because it would be easy to evolve him. Yeah, that's the thing about Rage. And the next games you choose if you want to keep using Rage. If you stop using Rage, the attack power goes down, I believe. But in this one, it just keeps attacking. Like, you can't choose.
That's why you never use metronome.
Well, so these guys won't really give me any XP good enough to like. Well, they would if I fight them all, but I just don't need it right now. I can just skim past them. Get rid of Poliwag and I'll get Seal.
Poliwag?
Poliwag. Just deposit.
Seal Jet's so adorable.
And I put away Surf, right? Yep, okay. Okay, I think I'm really nervous right now. I don't know why. And I'm having a hard time. I usually do have a hard time talking about stuff. I said I would talk about stuff. But that normally happens with me. But right now it's worse than usual. So, Game Grumps. First thing they did was, they saw their Beedrill and it was level 83, okay? And this is the point where if I could edit videos without my editor screwing up my stuff, I would do it. My Adobe Premium 14 just does not work with my capture card, my Hopposh capture card recorded stuff. Anyway, okay. Beedrill was level 83, and they had 6 rare candies that the friend noted to them, okay? I could get the false, but I'll do that later. I have to go in here and get a key. And I think I still have a repel on. I don't want it on because I want to fight with Seal, but there's some trainers. Anyway.
What did that do?
It unlocked the door. I want to fight this guy. I need to level up Seal for this next gym. Okay. So Aaron explained before and about I told you about this, but you didn't really get it. About EVs, not the Pokemon, but the initials E and V. Effort values are in Pokemon. So they're IVs and EVs, individual values, I think, and effort values. The individual values are unknown stats to your Pokemon that affect, attacks, defense, speed, special. In this one, there's not special attack and special defense, there's just special. Oh. I didn't wanna, so the thing was already set for me to not, I didn't need to hit the switch. There's an item over there, but maybe I should just not go for it. I'll go for it later. So I'm gonna have to redo that switch. Okay, I thought I could surf in that one. Anyway. Wow, we're already at 10 minutes. Okay, he talked about EVs. And he said that rare candies are bad. Well, he explained to Dan what EVs are. I didn't explain. Effort values are when you defeat a Pokemon. If it's I forget what the right terms are, but I only heard them once. I really don't know them. Okay, if it's a first level stage Pokemon, it'll give you 1 stat. If it's a second stage, it'll give you 2. If it's a 3 stage or a legendary, it'll give you 3 EVs when you faint it. So EVs are, it will give you like 3 EVs for your special attack, special defense. In this case, in this game, well, they did Fire Red, but we're doing Red, which didn't have special attack and special defense. It just had special. Anyway, over the course of your journey, those will increase. Those will help increase your Pokemon's all their stats. Okay, but there's a limit to how many you can get. Okay. I forget. In Gen 1, it's completely different, but by Gen 3, it's like 250 something. I could be very wrong. I really forget. But something like that. Okay. Anyway, Aaron said that to Dan that rare candies are bad because it levels you up, but you don't gain EVs from it, okay? And this isn't just at the end of their playthrough, because, like I told Mangs, they stopped playing for a while, for like a year and a half, they said. And then they came back as their friend leveled up their Pokemon. But he's explained this other times in their playthrough. And I always will like, Aaron, you just explained how you're wrong. I guess he just left out one detail that he doesn't know about. That just explains like why that just doesn't make sense. And the reason why it annoys me that he says it is that he says the evidence itself. Okay, he says why it's wrong himself and doesn't really pick up on it. Ooh, a Ponyta. I want to catch this because these guys are. Like, these fire guys are actually kind of hard to get in this. So I don't want to come back later and have a hard time getting them. Okay, that's gonna take a while. Anyway, you sit up. You tired?
No, just...
Resting?
No.
Stretching?
No. I'm just...
Well...
How do I'll just... acting.
Oh, okay. Anyway. Well. Anyway. They only go up to a certain amount. Who should I give this to? This increases speed, I think. It's in right there what he says, why it doesn't make any sense. So he says, like, rare candies are good, but you don't get EVs from it. And the thing that I guess he doesn't realize is that you don't need... You don't get EVs from leveling up. You get them from participating in a battle and having the Pokemon from a winning battle, okay? So, you can have all your guys in the battle, like, switch out all your guys. And as long as they participated in that battle, all your guys will get the EVs, okay? So like that last battle that where Seal fainted and I switched out Snorlax. If I used a revive on Seal, he would have gotten them back those EVs. Anyway, I'm sorry, like I said, I'm just really nervous right now and I don't know why. That's why I'm having a hard time talking about this stuff. Just talking. Fire hose. Kind of weird because it looks like a fire hose. This stuff I just remember. I've played Fire Red like 3 times. Trying to get some guys from it. You know, like. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. The reason why it's dumb is that it doesn't matter if you use rare candies on your Pokemon, because you're gonna get. Okay, so he would. Beedrill was level 83. Okay, so that person had to faint a lot of Pokemon to level him up. Okay. And he's had Beedrill for a long time from the start of the game, okay? By the time he was 83, it's clear, once your guy's level 83 and he's been in tons of Pokeballs to level up there, he's clearly has his EVs full, okay? Because they're gonna fill up during your adventure, okay? So he's clearly has them full, so he's like, oh, it's bad that I'm using EVs because he's, rare candies because he's not going to get the EVs. He's already full on EVs, and even if you use them at a low level, it's not like you're going to just, oh, I'm going to stop leveling up my guy so he doesn't get more EVs because I use rare candies. That makes no sense. That's kind of what he's saying. You can just get the EVs back later. I mean... It just makes no sense. Like... If you want to make up for the EVs, go fight low-level Pokemon that won't level, like... Say, like, my Seal right now, okay? I'm fighting these trainers. I'm getting, like, 1 EV from all these guys that I'm fighting from these last few trainers and these Pokemon here, okay? Actually, I do want to use a Repel, because I don't want to fight these guys. I want to fight the trainers. If you want to get the EVs back, go fight, like, level 2 Pokemon. They'll give you EVs. And won't level you up after like fighting 3 or 5 of them, and that's how you make up on them from using a rare candy. And it doesn't matter because even if you don't do that, you're gonna max out your EVs at some point anyway. You don't need to worry about using a rare candy because rare candies don't affect your EVs. So that was something, he's been saying that for a long time, and it's just in the evidence there of saying it that he never picked up on why it was a bad thing, why it made no sense what he was saying. You okay, Magnus? Yeah. Seem a little out of it.
It's not me.
Well, I mean, you keep moving around, like you can't sit still. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Why is it that you have to keep moving?
I always move.
Well, you can't sit still? It kinda bothers me. Well, because you're shown that you don't want to be here when you do that. That's the thing.
Wait, what part are we at for this section?
2.
Okay. Wait, what's in here that you need?
I need the key to the gym.
Oh.
The second thing, they're fighting, you know, the first Elite Four trainer, And she has a cloister, okay? And cloister, you ended up using hail, okay? So you know what hail does, Magnus?
Yeah.
It's like sandstorm, where at the end of the turn, it'll do a little bit of damage to both Pokemon out there, okay?
Okay.
Except sandstorm doesn't do damage to ground types or steel types, and hail doesn't hurt ice types at all. So the cloister use hail. It doesn't get affected because it's a water ice. I'm pretty sure I use like a repel. I guess I didn't. There we go. So the cloister uses hail, okay, and then she used protect, okay. You know what protect does, right?
Yeah.
So you use protect, and Aaron was like, he's using protect so he can get a free hit on me. Do you understand why that doesn't make sense? Do you understand what I mean when he says, you got a free hit on me? What?
No, I don't.
A free hit is where Aaron thinks that because he used hail, he's using protect so that the hail won't hurt Cloyster and hurts Aaron. Okay? So, and because he's using protect, he's not getting hit by Aaron's attack. So he thinks he's getting a free hit on him because Cloyster will take no damage and Aaron's gonna take damage, right? But that's the thing. Like, it's true that he's not getting hit by the attack, but Cloyster doesn't get damage from the hail at all anyway. I think I could just use this escape rope. Wow, I only got to talk about like two things about Iron in this episode. I'm really... Are you okay, Magnus?
Yeah.
I really did not get to talk much. Well, okay, here's one thing I remember. So, do you know who the first you don't, it doesn't matter. We won't say who the last one is. I think I may have already said it in this playthrough.
You did?
I did?
Yeah.
Whoops. Keep doing that. Did I?
Yeah, you did. I remember.
Okay. So do you know who the first 4 people in the Leaf 4 are in this version?
Yeah.
Where are they?
There's someone who uses water and ice type.
You don't know their names?
No.
I guess you're a kid, but okay, so just say who the types then.
The first one's water and ice.
First one's ice.
Then the second one's goats. I think. I forgot who the third one is, but I remember the fourth one's a dragon.
Wow, okay, I guess Aaron was right. You don't remember who the second one was? Because it's not a ghost trainer.
Oh, but it's in one of my goats.
No, she's a poison trainer.
Oh. Because I remember there being graveyards.
Yeah, but she's a poison trainer, not a...
What do you mean? What's that?
He said that you don't remember, because he said that there's this one guy in the Leaf 4 that no one remembers. And that's the guy you don't remember. And for me as a kid, he was the most memorable one for me. Because he's also, you know, he's in gold. He's actually only Lance and that guy are the same guys, and the same same guys in the Elite Four in the next games. Everyone else has been replaced.
Is it a ground type?
He's a rock ground. Actually, in
I remember.
what's his name?
I remember him from the anime.
Yeah, what's his name?
It's
In the second one, he's actually a fighting type. I think he does have 2 Onyxes in this one, but in the second one he only has 1 Onyx. But I think he's a fighting type, not a rock type. Okay, well, this is going over. We'll continue this next time.
I'm not good with names.